Good evening, everyone. I know I said last week that I didn't want to do much FlyCorp until the other computer was fixed. It was supposed to get fixed this past weekend, but we delayed that, and I have no idea how long I'll be without it now. So I guess I can continue to show you different regions in FlyCorp till we're ready to do our global run, which we can't do until we get the desktop. So I thought today we would just play around. I do not recommend selecting United States as your starting country. It's a mess. Things break right away. But I want to see how long it takes to get the United States running smoothly if we do select it as our starting country. So today we're going to do a United States run. And depending on how long it takes, maybe we'll do Canada and Mexico as well. But at least the United States. I want to see how long it takes. So let's go over to the game. All right, what's going on here? Yeah, I do see that the stream is lagging a bit behind real time today. That's okay, because we're not doing viewer participation games today like we were yesterday. So, United States. Let's see here. And you'll see things get overcrowded and break right away. The way I build United States is I have 3 regional hubs. I build them out of Washington, D.C., Atlanta, and Las Vegas. So if anything appears in the south or the west, we're not going to build them till Atlanta and Vegas appear. But we'll connect as many of the northeast cities as we can so we can get something going. And I think I will do mid-level optimization for this run, just so things don't break too terribly bad. Um, so things are starting to happen. The north, and right away we get hit with a lawsuit. So yeah, things are pretty much broken right away. Thanks a lot, lawsuit. I think the plan for this run, for right now at least, is to just focus on the Northeast. And then when things start appearing in the South and West, we'll ignore them for a little while. And get the... We'll bring up each region as smoothly as we can. And Chicago's broken already, and New York will break soon. Screw mid-level optimization. Things are broken already. So let's just do what we can. But since things are broken already, what I may do is I may just build the Northeast region, leaving the other cities to go red. And then once the Northeast is up to speed, we'll work on the other regions. New York and Chicago are already broken. And things are going to break even more once the cities from the other regions start appearing. So yeah. Hmm. Yeah, let's have Northeast running smoothly, and then we'll look at other regions. And we got another lawsuit. Well, there's Atlanta, so we have our South Hub. And you know what? We will connect cities to their hubs, even though we're not connecting the hubs up yet. That way, at least if they have intra-regional traffic, they can at least deal with that. Denver is going to be part of the Vegas. We need Las Vegas before we can connect Denver to anything. Yeah. So we're going to have three separate regions going on in the United States. I know Richmond is in Virginia, which is technically the South, but hey, it's right next to Washington. So I draw the regional division between Northeast and Southeast. We get Richmond and Norfolk in Virginia, and anything south of that goes on the Atlanta hub. I'm trying to raise a little money so I can do a fully maximized plane between DC and Atlanta. We just got three cities right away. We got New Orleans. The game doesn't usually give us New Orleans. That's really exciting in my opinion. We finally got Vegas. So let's start connecting up its cities. Yeah. Told you things would be a little broken for a while. But we'll get through this. Uh, Always do the charity donation because you'll receive a donation back. At least by doing intra-networks, we can at least move some of the traffic. But I am going to want to connect the hubs up pretty soon. Yeah, we want to get the hubs linked up. I think that's going to be the best play here. Because then all the passengers will start moving, although too slowly to do us any good, but at least we won't have passengers just sitting still. Yeah, money seems to be doing a little bit better just having connected the two hubs like that. And there's still another hub that needs to be connected as well. Yeah, everything is red right now, which I knew would happen. We're getting a little bit of a slow start tonight. But once things start getting fixed, we're going to be in good position, I think. All right. Oh, man. everything is continuing to be red, but at least money is starting to happen. I definitely need to get a connection going to the west, though. After I link the city, we need to get a connection going to the west. And actually, I want to do both of my connections to the west. Another lawsuit. Yeah. I think this game is going to continue to be painfully slow, at least until I have even an inadequate connection to the west region going on. So, don't mind me, I'm just counting connected cities so I can try and keep track. So we have 19 up here, 16 here, soon to be 17. And then we really need to start thinking about getting the west onto the grid. I've been saying that for a while, but cities keep appearing in these networks. And of course, we just lost Washington, D.C. So we just lost our entire northeast region.
How'd you lose Washington, D.C.?
Bird migration. That's Q caller 1. He's sitting at the table with me, but he's not really paying attention to stream.
The that only lasts for a few minutes.
Yeah. So far, we have 5 cities in California, and not a single one of them is either San Francisco or Los Angeles. It's only a matter of time, I think. How much do I need? 868. We'll get there. But having just the Southeast in play is really slowing things down. All right, DC is back. That means that things are going to slowly start to happen in the Northeast region again. We're just waiting for the money to finish appearing for this. Once every city is on the network, money will start appearing efficiently, even while still red. So that we gotta focus on getting these inter-hub links going. See what I told you? Already the money is starting to flow. It doesn't look like we're getting Los Angeles or San Francisco this game, unfortunately. I haven't seen anything new appear in a while. Yeah, the game will be playable from here on out. Even with everything in the red, we've just made things playable. I still want to make that connection though. All right. I think the master plan now is wait for money, and every time we hit 4,000, max out one of my hub planes until I have 2 on each route, and then we'll start going for the cities. On the downside, no Los Angeles. It sucks not having Los Angeles because it's one of very few cities in the game that has a dedicated random event. But you'll see how fast things start happening once we start fixing these cities. Let's have 2 planes going on each hub, and then we will proceed from there. And let's bring our hubs up to level 5 real quick. Music. Q caller, watch the music. I want to make sure the hub backbones are going before we start looking at cities.
That's Josh.
What? Don't forget, my microphone's going. Who's Josh?
Head knight at my castle.
Oh. So Q caller is watching something about medieval times, apparently. He works at medieval times in the tech department. That means he makes the sun rise on the arena. And the sunset, as the case may be.
I'm on soundboard now too.
Ah.
So I run the show. Because the show goes off the sound cues.
Yeah. Alright. You know what? I'm going to put a 3rd plane on each of these links, I think. Or I can wait till later to do that. I want to start getting things going with getting the cities optimized. We're going to optimize, and all right, that link is bugged, so let's rebuild that link. You know, this isn't too bad. Let's add a 3rd plane to each of the hub links. That way I only have to do a few planes later. You can see how fast the money is coming in, even with us being in red, now that all the cities are on the network. I didn't space that out well enough. Yes, spacing out planes on the hub links matters. That's good enough. Yeah, so we're going to add a 3rd plane to each of the hub links. And then we'll start working on our cities. And what I do is I put the local cities at level 4, and then I put the planes, I max them out, So the cities will empty out every time they get a drop off.
Actually, I may not cancel this box. It's a nice jacket.
All right, one more hub plane, and then we'll start bringing up the cities. I want to make a little more distance before I max out this plane, though. I'm not going to go by which cities are the reddest because there's too many red cities and we'll be sitting here for a while anyway. I'm just going to go by which cities I'm going to build. I'm going to optimize one region at a time for easier keeping track of. All right, that's not a hub, so that doesn't hurt us. We're in optimization phase, which means things are going to start speeding up in a few moments. The more cities we optimize, the faster things will happen. But you can already see money gain is happening at a pretty decent pace. I'm going to mute the microphone for a minute. I'm feeling the munchies. And I don't think you want to hear me chewing on camera. This is just a passive game right now anyway while we wait for money first to optimize the cities. So it's a little boring. Nothing's really happening in the game right now anyway. So I'm going to mute the microphone so I can enjoy these munchies without making ugly chewing sounds. I'm still eating my snack. I just want to mention, you saw we just finished the West District, and you can already see how much the money sped up. We still have plenty of red cities, so now I'm going to go for the South District, and then the North District is, and then things will be moving so fast that I think we can build a little bit beyond the United States. But going back into mute to finish my snack while I work on the South District. Okay, snack is over. So now we are going to. Wow, that I don't know if that's going to break things or not. But it won't affect our game too much if it does break things. So let's just keep moving. So south has been optimized. Before I do the northeast district, we are going to. I want to add the last 6 planes to the hubs.
What's next?
Now, that's not spaced out as well as I would like. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I still like. That's good enough. All right, 4 more planes to add. All right, that's good enough. All right. Everything's clustered together on this link so far. All right, the hub links are done. So now let's work on optimizing the Northeast. Wow, we let things go up here. Let me just check real quick and make sure I got everything down here. Yep, this region's done. So let's focus up here. Wow, look at how the money is zooming right now. And that's with red cities still. Yeah. Which means I think once we optimize this region, things are going to break wide open for us in terms of money. And we'll be able to build Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean pretty smoothly, I think. When I do Canada, I build an east region out of Ottawa, link it to DC. I build a west region out of Edmonton and link that to Vegas. And then in Mexico, I do a north district out of Chihuahua. So as soon as Chihuahua appears, we'll link that to the Vegas. And then we'll link that, of course, to Mexico City, the south district of Mexico. And then the Atlanta hub will link to the Caribbean. But you can see how quickly the money is starting to happen now. We've almost got the United States running smoothly. I always take the air show in the contest. It doesn't always pay off, but sometimes it results in prize money once in a while. But charity you always do, because if you make the donation, you always get a nice big donation after that. So I always do the charity. I've still got some unhappy cities here, but we're coming along nicely. If I was smart, I would have made a witty city about each of these cities as we connect them, but I don't want to offend anyone by accident, so maybe it was smart not to really talk about the cities. But I'm not really talking much, period. Which is okay, because I'm preferring to focus on the game right now. I will mention, if you haven't seen the show Gallivant, you should. It's a musical medieval comedy series, 18 total episodes, and it's absolutely over the top. It's a fun time, so if you haven't seen Gallivant, make time for it. One city left to optimize, and that's New York. And now, Washington just went green again. We're going to pause here for a moment and wait for money so we can, wow, look how quickly the money is coming in. You know what? Let's go ahead and start Canada, because we'll have the money for our hub soon enough. So, how's my stream on time? Okay. That took a little bit longer than I was anticipating. But that's because I stopped and did things a little out of order as well. But you can see how fast the money is coming, so Canada should be a non-issue. And Canada will start with everything maxed out. Calgary's all the way in the west. So we're going to wait for Edmonton. But yeah, money's not going to be an issue anymore at this point. We'll be able to max everything out right away. Ooh, we got Vancouver. For some reason, we don't always get Vancouver. But yeah, things are going to break again if it doesn't give us Edmonton soon. Because Edmonton is where I like to start the West District for Canada. There we go. Time to fly. Yes, pun intended. And I know Edmonton isn't actually technically linked up to the other hubs yet, but we'll get there in a moment. I still have one more connection to make Edmonton. I link it to Vegas. And I know I have to max out the hubs in the United States as well, but money's zooming enough that I'll be able to hit that pretty soon. Oh. Apparently there's a city called London in Canada.
Yep.
Doesn't surprise me.
It's in Ontario.
It doesn't surprise me because Canada used to belong to the English. In fact, Canada still considers itself part of the Commonwealth, which is a group of countries that still recognize the Queen officially.
Apparently, so does Virginia.
Well, the states aren't allowed to do that officially. But Australia is also part of the Commonwealth. And I think a couple.
South Africa.
I don't remember if India is or not. I know that they were thinking about it for a while. All right, all the hubs are linked up, so let's make sure.
How much longer are you going to be?
No idea. This is a good run. You said I could have up to 2 hours. I've only hit the 1 hour mark. Oh, Regina just appeared. I need to mention Regina, because on Friday afternoons, I watch an Elvis impersonator, and that's where he lives. His name is Jamie Gass, and you can find him on Facebook. And he performs every Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. He's really on Central Time, so... But I've learned to translate that to our time. Thunder Bay, I always put on a... Let's see, 3:45 against... Yeah, definitely Ottawa, not Edmonton for that one. Some of the places in Canada have interesting names, like Thunder Bay, Medicine Hat, Kamloops. Kamloops almost sounds like an Australian word, doesn't it? Like I said, though, I don't want to accidentally offend anyone, so maybe I shouldn't joke about city names. Of course, in Africa, when I was playing Africa off-stream the other day, there was the Cottonelle Candy link, so... Alright. It's nice to be able to max everything out right away. All hubs are now maxed out. And look at the money happening. Yeah, the money is our airline is making money faster than we can spend it, which means we'll have a nice big surplus for future expansion. As soon as we hit 50, I'll go ahead and start bringing Mexico into the mix. But I won't be able to connect Mexico to the rest of the network till we get Chihuahua. So that might slow things down a little bit. Trois Rivieras, I think that means three rivers. Pittsburgh has a neighborhood named that as well. All right, let's start bringing in Mexico. Again, I can't link up Mexico to the rest of the network just yet. Monterey goes off of Chihuahua. Can't add that till we get Chihuahua. So things might start to turn red. I'll buy some time by at least doing the city leveling to where the city needs to be. So we're building Canada and Mexico simultaneously now. We're gonna wait for the little pop-ups down here that tell us when a city opens and use that as our guide on what we want to do. Monterey's got time. I'm not concerned about it yet. That's Acapulco. That's Mexico. South of Mexico. Southern Mexico, I mean. Monterey is starting to go yellow. That's okay. We got enough money that once Chihuahua appears, we'll be able to do all the links without it slowing us down. But nobody from the southern Mexico can get up into United States or Canada right now if they wanted to. So I hope Chihuahua appears soon. Monterey is almost at half capacity. I'm not sure how much longer it'll last. But we have a surplus of money right now. Here we go. Chihuahua just appeared. So that was not supposed to happen, but let's go ahead and link up Chihuahua to the rest of Mexico. And then we'll link it up to the rest of the network. Guadalajara wants to be linked to the rest of the network. You can see how yellow it's turning. Those two planes are too close together. Let's try that again. That's good enough, I think. We need to keep things happening. And here's Merida. And even though Merida is a city in Mexico in this game, in Disney, she's a Scottish princess. Merida must be a popular name. Let's make sure Mexico is all linked up, and then we will get it onto the network. Okay, now we are red, so we want to focus on getting... And now Mexico is on network. You know what that means? It means I can start bringing the Caribbean into play. And it looks like now that we've moved the initial group of people, it looks like this link has settled out, and most of the planes are green and yellow instead of the reds we were getting at first. That's good. I'm just trying to make sure that every city that's on the map is connected right now. We finally got Cancun. That's a notable city. Apparently it's a popular beach, so... Now the question is, which is shorter, 252? Definitely we're doing that on Chihuahua. And then Mexicali right on the border. Yeah, so you can't fly to Texas directly into Mexico on this airline. You have to fly to Atlanta, then into the Caribbean, then into Mexico via that way. Not the most efficient airline, but hey, in this game isn't built on realism. It's built on how efficient can you fly your planes. So it's kind of a thing to do it that way. Let's start bringing up the Caribbean as well. We aren't going to get a lot of cities out there, but we'll get some. And even though I usually build the Caribbean as two regions, I'm building each country separately because I'm assuming that on a future gaming session, probably not streamed, this is going to turn into a full-on run with South America. We've missed a couple cities over here. So I connect Mexico to the west of the U.S., Caribbean to the east of the U.S., and Caribbean is its own little sub-network. I see that the game is ignoring Canada right now, but I know Canada's not done yet. If I had to give an estimate, I'd say Canada is about half to 60%. But it can only make one city at a time, even if you have a whole bunch of countries you've initiated at a time. Mexico's got to be close to being done, though. $198 versus, yeah, Mexico City. Just checking. Oh, we've only been live for an hour and a quarter. All right. Q has told me I have about 45 minutes left max to run the stream. The deal we made when we came in is that I was allowed up to 2 hours. He probably won't know if I go over, though, because he's fallen asleep in his chair. Actually, no, he's not sleeping yet. He's just dozing. If he was sleeping, he'd be snoring. Oh, he's snoring. We might make this a marathon stream then. Kidding, no. Ah, there's a city right on the border. Ah, Canada's back in play. Hey, Q, you're snoring. My microphone's picking it up. Where is that? Oh, right there. Nueva Casas Grandes, the new big houses. That's a funny name for a town. I probably butchered that translation there, so maybe not. All right, stop snoring on my stream, Q. Hey, oh, I missed a city pop up. What did I miss? Hmm. Oh, I guess there it is. Q, will you knock that off, please? Excuse me a moment. All right, we're back. I think I resolved the issue. Let's continue.
All right. So there are several different productions of Oliver. Just do a YouTube search and just take your pick. All right.
All right, where's Chinko Toomey? Excuse me. I missed this. Oh, no, that's Canada. I remember that being Canada. There it is. Oh, we just lost Havana, which means the whole Caribbean is off network right now. But that's okay, because this is a relative few cities in the grand scheme of my network. Medicine Hat, I know that to be Canada. That's also a funny name for a city. Valladolid. Yep, there it is. Mexico has more cities than I remember. But it looks like now it's bringing Canada back into play as well, so that's a good thing. All right. One more plane here, and then I just have 2 more Caribbean islands to bring up. Let's wait for the next city to pop up. Let's make sure I made the correct decision with that. Why is St. John almost full? Oh, because I never connected it. Let's fix that right away. All right, let's bring this up. That's definitely on Chihuahua Network. All right, I know that to be Mexico. North Bay, I know to be Canada. I still technically have 1 more island to bring up, but and I still want to link the Caribbean to Mexico. Did I max out that plane over there? I think I did. Yeah. Okay. And then I missed a city over here. All right, yeah, sorry I'm not talking much tonight, but look at this. Look at how beautiful my network is becoming. Ah, and here's Sydney, Canada. And this is technically part of the Caribbean as well, if I remember correctly. It's funny, we just built a link into a city called San Juan, and we just had a city appear called St. John, and San Juan is St. John in Spanish. Funny how those things happened at exactly the precise moment. Ah, he's falling asleep again. If I can put up with the snoring on microphone, maybe that means we can do a slightly longer stream and build Central America. Well, let's see what the timestamp is when my cities are done appearing, because I'm not adding any new constructions as long as cities are still appearing. Timmins, I know that to be Canada, but I'm working right here right now. We'll go back to Canada to pick up Timmins in a minute. All right, let's go get that. Yeah, there it is. Charlottetown. If I remember correctly, that's also Canada. That doesn't sound Mexican, at least. But you can't make judgments like that, but sometimes you can. All right. Wow, that's beautiful. How's our time? We're at about an hour and a half, so technically we have time for Central America. Technically. Because none of those countries make a lot of cities. F 45 minutes ago, we had red cities, and now we have a beautiful network. You know what? Central America won't take long, and he did allow me 2 hours. So, but we're not doing South America. I have to draw the line there, because South America is big. That's a couple hours in its own right. We will... But first, let's close the link. We're still making cities up here, though. he's snoring again. But Central America should be a quick breeze. If his snoring gets too bad, I won't wake him. I'll just mute the microphone for a while. So, Canada has both an Edmonton in the west and an Edmundston in the east. Don't get those two cities confused. But Edmonton is actually, if I remember correctly, a provincial capital, and Edmundston is just a relatively small city. So, oh, I missed a city somehow. Let's get that onto the network. You know what? I don't care about your stupid strike because Money Gang is now at the point where I cannot spend it all. So, you know what? Let's pick up Greenland. Greenland and Iceland is the stepping stone into Europe. We're not doing Europe today. Cologne, that's back in Mexico. I want to wait and build a little distance between this plane and the other planes, though, because those are too close to each other. So we know there's at least one Mexican city going on. Yeah, there's Prince Rupert. I need to build one more plane on the Greenland link. Well, he'll never know if I do my link into Ireland and England. He's sleeping right now. I have to go back to Mexico, don't I? Something appeared somewhere. Ah, there it is. Quesnel, I know, is back in Canada. Let's make sure everything's linked before we... There's a city up here. I'm going to let him sleep for a bit because I'm having too much fun. Prince Albert, yeah, that's back in Canada. We're starting to get the Iceland and Greenland cities, which means Canada might be almost done. All right, that was a loud one. You know what? Since Canada looks like it's pretty much done, and Mexico hasn't popped anything up in a while, let's do the British Isles real quick. That shouldn't take too long. Wow, that's loud. I'm glad that's loud. Q caller, that's really loud. Thank you. That's all Ireland's going to give us. Belfast generates with United Kingdom, but I put that on Dublin because it's the same island as Dublin. I know that's not technically correct, but that's how I do things because, hey, this is my airline. And I'll do it the way I want to. Alright, he's snoring, but it's not too bad right now. Maybe it is. But if I wake him, he's going to ask me to end stream, so I'm going to mute microphone till the snoring quiets down a bit. I don't have much to talk about right now anyway. Enjoy the cities appearing for a little while. You know, I'm gonna allow myself to talk because I know you'll get bored of just pictures. The planes are relaxing to watch, though. Nothing can go red anymore since I'm on top of everything. So we're not spreading into Europe beyond the British Isles, though. I'm telling you that for a fact. because I don't know how long I can tolerate having his snoring on the microphone. And I'm getting tired myself. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning here. But I'm good for a little bit longer. Let's bring in England. Sorry, the United Kingdom, because Scotland and Wales are also involved. Wow, that's some loud snoring there. All right, I'm muting that microphone. I just want to mention we now have 2 Peterboroughs on our network, one in Canada and one in the United Kingdom. And he's still going at it, so I'm going to keep the microphone on mute. But since he's sleeping, when I finish UK, we'll go ahead and do Central America as well, because that'll be relatively quick. Muting my microphone was the master play here. But it looks like Central America is moving pretty fast, so as soon as we finish Central America, I'm gonna kill the stream because I don't like streaming without being able to talk, so I'm going to end the game as soon as we finish Central America. Alright, he quieted down on the snoring a bit, so I'm going to try and talk a little more, because we literally have one country left for today's plan. Guatemala. My sister's ex was from Guatemala. Her ex was from Honduras. And her husband is from the Philippines, which is the other side of the world. And I don't think I've done the Philippines on stream. We may have done them when I did the Asia expansion on the India-China stream last week, but I don't remember. I'm not worried about the aircraft strike. Let's go ahead and put Guatemala in place. As soon as we finish connecting up Guatemala, we're going to close stream. I want to make sure Guatemala has a couple connections here. That's a very tiny link. Technically, I probably don't need the last plane, but I standardized to doing a maxed out route for all the international links, so we'll put that there. We'll put this link here. And we'll also give Guatemala a link to Mexico. And with that, I think that's our final plane tonight. Or no, because it wasn't spaced properly, so let's redo that last plane. And I haven't seen a city up here in a couple minutes, so I think we're pretty much done here for tonight. Yep. So we've done United States, and then Canada, Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean. We did the Greenland and Iceland path into the British Isles. I think that's a pretty good network for tonight. Let's just do a quick pan over on my network for tonight. And let's go here. Let's take a look around. As you can see, beautiful network for tonight. Most of the planes are green. There's a couple of yellows, but those are just really population spikes more than anything to really concern about. Now, when we do the global run, some of those planes are going to turn orange and red pretty quickly. But here we go. Enjoy that picture while I go find us someone to raid. Who's on? Kendra's still on, but she's got way too many viewers and is not going to see my raid. Let's see. In terms of musicians who don't have so many followers right now, who's around? Other John. Hey Q, I'm about to raid out. So if you could stop snoring for a few minutes so I can figure this out and say my goodbyes, that'd be nice. It was worth a shot. Yeah. Yeah. This musician. I don't even know why I followed them. Because I never listened to them or anything. And they're not that good. I'm not gonna name names because I just said someone's not that good, so it won't be nice of me to name. So what's going on here? He's been going 2 hours. But he's pretty fun. We're gonna raid John Lee tonight. I hope he's not quitting. He's been going 2 hours. I don't know how long his stream typically goes. And looks like he's doing charity tonight as well, so that's a good call. So I'm going to go ahead and initiate the raid. If I can. All right, let me just go and check where I am in terms of lag. And with that, I think that's our final plane tonight. I want to wait for the stream to catch up to real time before I actually initiate the raid. So there'll be a bit of lag time between me actually typing the raid and us going over. Because we did hit some lag tonight. We're at least 2 minutes behind right now, I think. But when I do the raid, I think I'll say goodnight now, wait for the stream to catch up, and then initiate the raid. And we're raiding someone called John Lee tonight. He's pretty good. I think you'll like him.